going on, guys? It's Dope Memes here, and today I'd like to talk about a pretty serious topic. This is going to basically just talk about what it's like to have depression and anxiety, along with some other things like insomnia and whatnot. Basically, I'm just going to talk about how I personally have been coping and living with these things. And maybe just letting you know that you're not alone, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, let's let's just get into it. So one thing that I have to deal with a lot because of my depression is feeling empty. Yeah. I'm not sure how common this is. I'm sure lots of people feel empty now and again, but for this specific topic, I'm talking feeling empty pretty much 24/7. A lot of the time, I hear some people like say something just terrible happened or whatever, or something sad, some drama, anything. I don't know. Something happens, and some people will say, "Oh, I wish I just didn't feel anything." I wish I couldn't feel right now, or something along the lines of that. But feeling nothing is kind of terrible. I when I say empty, I mean more or less numb. And when you feel like empty, you feel this big empty hole in your chest, almost like your heart's in a constant state of breaking. If you've ever had heartbreak before, it feels like that 24/7. And you don't feel happy, and you don't feel sad, and you don't feel angry. You don't really feel anything. If anything, you just feel confused. And this leads me into depression alongside anxiety, because when I start thinking about how empty I feel and like how I don't feel happy when I should, or I don't feel sad when I should, or angry when I should, causes me to overthink. I'll start thinking up things like, is there something wrong with me, or why can't I feel anything, or why can't I just be normal? And I start thinking things like this until it just spirals out of control and I go into full-on panic attack. So my panic attacks, once again, everyone is different, but me personally, when I go into panic attacks or anxiety attacks or whatever, I'm not sure which one it really is. I start just spiraling out of control with my brain. I can't keep track of what I'm trying to think about. My mind just starts racing so fast. Thoughts will just come out of nowhere. Like, say I'm trying to talk to someone about how I'm feeling or whatever. When I get in those modes, I will just keep spouting out words, whatever comes to my brain. And the weirdest part is if someone asks me to calm down and like clear my head or just try and explain what it is I'm thinking, I can't tell them, because my brain feels blank, but I know it's going through so much, I just can't process it all. This is kind of a hard topic to talk about, and I'm just putting it out on here because why not? Everyone kind of needs to know exactly what it is they are, how other people feel. I don't know. Just give them an idea so maybe they don't feel alone. And basically, when I go into panic attacks, it feels like I'm going completely crazy. So once again, yeah, it's not very good. Sorry if you can hear the phone going off in the back, but another thing that's really bad with the depression is crying for no reason. I mean, a lot of the time I feel like I can't cry, and then sometimes I just cry out of nowhere, and I'm like, what's happening? That's really annoying. Let's go a bit more in depth into anxiety. So the type of anxiety I have is social anxiety, and this basically causes me to be very not good in social situations. Oftentimes I don't really want to leave my house or go out anywhere because I'm I don't like being around too many people, you know. I know that's kind of more like agoraphobia, but that's just a little, because I'm always in like constant, not fear, but I guess it is fear of being judged and whatnot. And this isn't like, it's not normal. You shouldn't. Obviously, everyone has fears of being judged, but mine are to the point where I almost don't want to leave my house because of that. And talking to people is really hard. I'm always afraid they'll just think what I say is stupid or anything like that. That's not fun. So making friends is really hard when you feel like this. Just talking to new people in general is really hard. And let's just pair along insomnia with all of that, and now you've got a big old concoction of shit. Because nighttime is pretty much when everyone thinks, and someone who has pretty bad anxiety, thinking isn't very fun. So I'll spend hours up at night just thinking and panicking and going into panic attacks and feeling depressed and hating myself and stuff. It's not fun, and insomnia obviously doesn't help anything because I already feel fatigued and whatnot, and then add in lack of sleep and you got a whole fucking concoction of shit. School is hard. I used to miss school almost every day because of these things. I go a lot more now, but that's kind of because I have to. It's a lot easier though because my school is very small. There's not many people. But anyways, I'll probably make another video about this kind of topic soon. Anyways, let's just go into ways that I personally cope. For one, I liked sleeping in calls with people. As weird as that is, I mean, because I can't sleep with anyone IRL because my parents would be like, nah. But I like sleeping in calls with people. It gives me some sort of comfort, you know. That way I'm not stuck in my own head. That's one way I kind of stop that. Just kind of, I go on the computer and play games a lot because it keeps my head not focused on myself so much, and that's kind of what causes all the issues. And I spend a lot of time with well, I don't really spend time with my friends. I don't really have any in real life, but I spend a lot of time talking to my friends online and whatnot, just kind of making sure that I'm not focusing too much on myself. And one thing you really need to get good at is laughing at your own suffering. As terrible as that sounds, it really does help to just, you know, kind of crack jokes about what's wrong with you and stuff, you know, like people say like, oh, suicide isn't a joke and stuff, but me personally, when I kind of make quote unquote jokes like, oh, I want to die, people obviously know I'm half serious, but laughing about it really does help a lot. It makes you take things less seriously. It kind of lightens the burden on your shoulders. Anyways, this is kind of a long video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how it is living with depression and anxiety and insomnia and stuff like that. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Well, I don't know. If you relate at all, go ahead and tell me in the comments. I'd be happy to talk to you guys if you feel this way as well. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.